Welcome to the man cart. Today, coming from the kitchen, we're going to be making some homemade salsa. Go ahead and get to the grocery store, get you some fresh vegetables. All the ingredients I'm using today are fresh from the store. And we'll be making some jarred salsa. I'm making a huge bowl, so the ingredient list I'll be putting below will be for a large bowl of stuff. You'll be able to get a couple small jars, or you probably get about 4 large jars out of it, maybe even 5. And I'm going to be taking some of this over to my neighbors to share, hopefully brighten some moods today. I won't make you scroll through 10 pages of blog to get to the ingredient list and the recipe. Just look below the video. It'll have that ingredient list for you. There's a couple things that you can adjust if you'd like. I put about 2 tablespoons of salt into this. I like mine a little bit more salty, but you can choose to adjust that however you want. Same with the jalapenos. Add 1, I added 2. You can add the seeds, you can make it as spicy as you want. I like mine more of kind of a medium level of spiciness to it. And it's up to you. So welcome to the man cart again. Follow me along and we'll be starting here shortly. We're going to start by making kind of our base spice juice. We're going to take our jalapenos, some garlic, our spices, and we're going to blend all that together because I like the flavors to be intermingled throughout the entire salsa. But I like to have the chunky vegetables, so I'm going to dice the vegetables by hand. That way we have a nice chunky salsa, but with the flavors dispersed really well throughout. There's probably about a billion different ways to make salsa. Many ways to make salsas. There is to skin a cat, so we're just gonna go with this way. I like how it turns out. I love the flavors, and I'd like you to follow me along. Go ahead and cut our jalapenos. I like to de-seed mine just because it takes care of a little bit of the spice. I don't want it too spicy. You can do different levels of heat if you want. Leave the seeds in if you want it to be nice and hot salsa. We're going to do 2 jalapenos for this batch, and we're going to go ahead and get the seeds out of there. Next is our garlic. We'll take and get us some cloves going here. What's funny is some of you will probably be watching this and being like, man, his technique is terrible. I'll tell you what, anyone who's willing to give cooking a try on any level, regardless of technique, and if you're able to make it out of the kitchen without burning something down or cutting your fingers off, I'd say it's a success. Well, that and as long as it tastes okay when you're done. Let's go ahead and get these suckers prepped. Gordon Ramsay will probably be watching this going, what is he doing? But you know what? I'm enjoying myself. This little guy is a beauty. Does a pretty good job at just rolling off the skin. So if you get the chance, find one of these suckers and stick your garlic in there. Roll it around a little bit. Oh, the skins are off! Obviously, if you like, you can adjust the recipe to your own taste and flavors. But Man, this one's being stubborn. Just do what feels best for you and your tastes. If you don't like as much garlic, don't put as much garlic. I, on the other hand, love me some garlic. All right. Go ahead and add 2 teaspoons of cumin, tablespoon of salt. Now for the juice that I'm going to use for the base here, I'm going to go ahead and put a tomato in. They're full of juices, and help mix everything up in there, blend everything together nice. So now that we have our base in here, we're going to go ahead and start chopping some veggies. Got some Italian parsley. Once you've chopped that all fine, you've got about a half a cup chopped. Next, we're going to chop some cilantro. Now I know some people don't like cilantro. If you don't, just keep this part out. Seems like there's a taste aversion to cilantro itself. So you either like it or you don't like it. I don't know too many people that are kind of in between, like, I'll eat it. I'm a fan. I like some cilantro. I like the flavor it adds. Give that a nice fine chop. We're going to go ahead and throw it in. Start working on our other veggies. Onions next. We've got our onions, our cilantro, our parsley in here. We're going to go ahead and get our tomatoes next. We're going to chop those up real fine, our green peppers and red peppers. And the tomatoes add all the juice you need, so you don't need to add any other juice or water or anything to the salsa itself, because all of the flavors from the tomato and all the juice in the tomatoes will make for a perfect salsa. Now if you have a food processor while you're doing this, it can make it a little bit easier. Just cut them in half or into quarters, drop them in your food processor. Make this go by a lot quicker. You can even use your blender if you like a picante salsa. Just toss it in the blender. More of a restaurant style picante. There's a lot of different ways to do it. You take your favorite and make it yours. Get those flavors all mixed in there. Next is our peppers. Now I did not know this, but apparently if there's 3 on there or if there's 4 on there, it actually designates the male or female version of the vegetable. I could be completely wrong and I could be just telling you a big lie, but that's what I've heard. So apparently we've got one of each and I don't know which is which. Maybe something you can Google later. Last thing we're going to add are a couple of limes. We're going to go ahead and cut these in half, juice these into our salsa, give it some good flavor, kind of finish that off, round it off, and then we're going to make sure all of our flavors are a good mix. If you want to add more salt, you can. You just add a little bit more. Like I said, we added a tablespoon at the beginning. I'm making a large bowl of this stuff. I'm going to jar it up, going to take it over to some neighbors and share it with some people. And if you want to add or take away, you can, because I know some people don't like the salt intake. You don't have to add any salt and you get a good flavor. But that's up to you. Let's go give these away. Let's go knock on the door, ring the doorbell. Ring that doorbell. Ring the doorbell. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, hey, she's back here. There she is.
Here I am! How's my kids doing that I haven't got to see in so long? Can I hug them?
I'm fine with that. We made you some salsa.